Hello folks, welcome to another video here in the Microsoft Sim. Welcome to Peace Aviation. I've never heard of them either, folks. I have heard of this aircraft, and I have heard or even visited this location. Folks, are on the east coast of Australia, a little place called Rockhampton, or Rocky as the locals call it. I'm not a local and I call it Rocky as well. The aircraft, of course, is the Cessna 414AW Fly Simware Chancellor. Fantastic aeroplane. Got updated about 101 times during the course of its life, but it got updated, I don't know, a week or so ago, or at least that's when I found out about it. Version 3.3.4, I think, is the current release. That's what we're seeing here. Jude's on board. Welcome back, my sweet. We may hear from Jude later on, or we may not. She may still be giving me the silent treatment after the video where I spoke about the other woman, the other actual real-life woman. Those of you that are wondering what I'm talking about, there's a video where we took the... What did we take? Some aircraft around Lake Winnebago in over there in Wisconsin. It was the Cessna 310. And I reminisced and explained a little bit about my connection to the area. What are we doing today? Well, this is something a little special. This is a video for those of you, or 3 or 4 of you perhaps, that are involved in the FSEconomy ecosystem and wish to make a whole bunch of virtual coin quickly by flying this aeroplane. I'm going to explain that en route. We're going to go for a flight. But yeah, if you're not in the FSEconomy space, this video will have very little value to you. Most videos I make would probably have little value to you. But just giving you the heads up. If you're an FSEconomy pilot, you want access to this aeroplane here in Australia, which will enable you to make a lot of virtual coin quickly because, well, you're going to get it for nix. I'll explain that in a minute. I'll get us started out onto a runway, folks. We've got a short flight ahead of us down to a beautiful part of the world where I know at least one subscriber hails from or currently resides. Just a lovely part of the world called Harvey Bay. So that's the flight plan today. Rockhampton to Harvey Bay, east coast of Australia. Looks like a nice day. We'll take this bird up for a bit of a... will we get VFR? No, I don't know. We'll work it out, folks. And yeah, there'll be an FSEconomy deal en route. So let's do it. Alright, lined up 04 Rocky. Haven't never taken off or landed on 04. Is it just me, or is that font wrong for the runway numbering? This is a custom version of the airport, which I quite like, and I am grateful for, don't get me wrong. Just those runway numbers look a little different. Runway 04 it is. It's a beautiful day here in Rocky. It's always beautiful in Rocky, isn't it? It's always bloody hot. Often wet as well. Anyway, folks, northerly breeze, don't we? Yeah, 10 knots, that's nice. Normally it's the 1533, the main drag, is where we traverse. But today we're doing something a little bit different, if for no other reason that we're actually trying to account for the prevailing wind. Just for once, something new. Folks, direct route. 176 of the best nautical miles you will find in the virtual aviation world. So we're going to be following the magenta. We're going to go down VFR at 9.5. That's the plan. Not terribly efficient, particularly for a 176 mile run. But that's okay. We've got about 100 gallons. Just ignore that. 100 gallons of fuel. Everything's good. This aircraft does work in Sim Update 11. I think. Well, I got it here. Anyway, I picked this one up in Cairns, bought it in Cairns, and I'm ferrying it down to Harvey Bay initially. And that's where you'll find it at the end of this flight. If you're in the FSEconomy world, our airspeed indicator is already indicating something. We've got a little bit of breeze happening. So, mixture full rich, props full fine, won't worry about flaps. Jude, how are you, love? You alright? Jude? There's going to be a long flight for the old fella. Silent treatment, is it, Jude? Jude? I don't even have any friends in the back that I can oh, look at that glare. Point taken, Jude. Understood. Should we go flying, folks? Let's do it. Transponder, altitude, and all that should be sorted. There we go, folks. Let's see how we do this, eh? Bring some juice in. Turn that sound down a little bit. Make it a little loud. Full juice now. Close enough to it. A little bit of right boot to keep us tracking straight. Light crosswind from the left. Up through 60. Beautiful. Nice and steady. Up through 80. Sort of think about rotating. 1, 2, 3 about here. A little bit of back pressure on the yoke. And away we go. Positive rate, gear up. A little bit of rolling. A little bit of yawing more than roll. Yeah, a little bit stuttery there as well. We'll make a pretty early right-hand turn here. Out of Rocky. No flaps to worry about. Forgot to set them. Just come back on that juice, on that prop just a tad. Nice early right-hand turn. Should have waited about an extra 100 feet, but that's okay. What's 100 feet between friends? Right-hand turn, around about 120 knots on the climb. Will be the target. Out over the city of Rocky. If you're hail from Rocky, shout out to you. How's things in Rocky at the moment? Hot is the easy answer. Always stinking hot whenever I went to Rocky. Anyway, there we go. We've established on the climb, folks. We'll intercept the magenta shortly. Punch up through these clouds, and we're going to go VFR at 9.5, even if it's not technically VFR, because that's how we roll. I'll join you in the cruise shortly, folks, and I'll talk about this FSEconomy deal. Alright, continuing the climb to 9.5, folks. Relatively smooth flying conditions here. Probably up through about 7 at this point. The beautiful surrounds of Rocky. Gorgeous in the day. I hope that you're enjoying your sim update number 11. I can definitely assure you that I am. No dramas in terms of crashes and stuff not working, but admittedly I haven't tried everything in my hangar at this point. Been working my way through some of the new stuff, the new birds and activities and what have you. And yeah, can I just say thank you to those of you for your kindness and understanding in response to the video I posted the other day, which is my first flight in sim update number 11. I flew around Meigs, Field Chicago, and somewhere else in the DC3, and did a particularly poor job of that. Interestingly enough, that video was it's a sure thing, the most unliked video of mine in quite a while, which is perfectly okay. My self-esteem has taken a hit, but I'm no stranger to that. That's alright. I'm joking, folks. My self-esteem is not in any way aligned to whether people like the videos on YouTube. I think if you want to engage in the whole content creation thing, you need to sort of make a disconnection between what you think of yourself as a human being and what other people think of your nonsense videos. But I do want to say thank you to those of you that enjoyed or got some entertainment out of it. There wasn't much in the way of education. I did have some response which was not so kind, and I'll say thank you to you as well. There's a couple of you. One of you got trapped in the old filtery thing in YouTube, the comment filter. I'm not going to publish those because, mate, I'm doing you a favour by not publishing what you said to me. There's some stuff happening on Discord. I noticed someone made a comment, completely random comment. I've got no idea what you're talking about, mate. If it makes sense to you, great. And that's okay. It's a broad church, the flight simulation community, isn't it? Anyway, we're almost in the cruise. We are in the cruise at 9.5. Let's throw it back a little bit here, conserve a little bit of gas. Great aircraft, this one of the best in the GA field. I love this one, and I love the the Cessna 310, which I featured in that video the other day. I like them for different purposes. Both of them have character for mine, and this one has been subject to pretty much constant development since it was released as a sort of early access beta back in the day. It's featured in a number of videos. So, shall I talk about the FSEconomy thing? So, let me cut to the chase. I bought this aeroplane. It has a different call sign in FSEconomy. VH, which is the Australian designation, dash 414 is what you'll see it in the FSEconomy world. Bought this one up in Cairns the other day for a reasonable price, reasonably low hours, and I thought I'm gonna fly it around Oz and make some virtual coin, as I've done for many years. I also thought, at my age, you start thinking about giving back, giving back to the community that is so supportive, and I want to give back to the FSEconomy community, and I'm doing that by making this aeroplane essentially free to rent. If you're part of a group that I've set up, and I assign you membership of that group, you will get this aeroplane essentially for free. So you will get 100% of the pilot fee, is how I've configured it, which means I'm losing money if you fly, but that's okay. That's really alright. It's not real money, folks. But yeah, if you're a member of the group, you fly this aeroplane and you load it up with packs, you can easily make 10 grand an hour. You're going to get 100%. So if you load it up with assignments and there's $5,000 worth of assignment, I'm going to pay for your fuel. I'm going to pay your ground crew fees. You're going to get 100% of that assignment fee. 100% pilot fee if you're a member of the group. So if you want to be a member of the group and fly this aeroplane, while I have it in my stable, in my hangar even, send me a message on in the FSEconomy forum PM thingy. If that still works. If it doesn't work, just put a little note in the YouTube comments or do it on Discord or whatever you want to do, whatever floats your boat, saying what your FSEconomy username is, and I'll add you to the group. The group's called Southern Suns in the FSEconomy world. And when you fly this aeroplane for that group, you will receive 100% of the pilot fee. Now, there is only one condition that I place on this deal, and that is that this aeroplane remains in Australia. Okay? I bought it to stay in Oz. So don't go flying it halfway around the world. Just keep it in Australia. I don't mind where in Australia, but can I just give you the tip? The east coast of Australia and FSEconomy has made many a virtual pilot a fortune. There is a lot of money to be made on the east coast. It's a fantastic place to make money, a great country to fly in, and this aeroplane is a great way to do it, very enjoyable. But if you stick around to the east coast and fly between the FBOs that networks that people set up, $10,000 an hour without any dramas. That's all I'm saying. Alright, so that's the deal for FSEconomy pilots. Send me a PM or a DM or an EM or a TM, whatever the friggin' hell they're called. Ask to be added to the group, and you can get this aeroplane for 100% of the pilot fee. I'll see you for the approach into Harvey Bay. Harvey Bay, folks. What a gorgeous colour, the turquoise. It's beautiful. Fraser Island, or now known, actually it's dual name now, Fraser Island / Kagari, the traditional name. Beautiful. World Heritage listed, magnificent place to visit. Get a chance, folks, do yourself a favour. Pay the good folks in this part of the world a visit. There's the strip, Harvey Bay. It's custom freeware rendition, and a very good one. We truly are blessed to have some real quality freeware, particularly here in Australia. I've got a lot of it installed, and always grateful for it. So 3,000 feet. We'll get Georgie a rest at this point. Thanks, George. You've done a great job there, mate. Continue the descent. A little high. So sort of flying a right circuit down to runway 29er. It'll be. The wind is favouring an arrival towards the west. Jude, any final thoughts apart from plotting my demise? No, nothing at all. oh boy, at least it's been a tranquil trip. The serenity, Jude. Not hearing you having a go at me. Although I do miss it, Jude. You know, if you feel like expressing yourself at some point in a future video, I'm sure the folks would enjoy it. There's Fraser Kagari to the front, towards the east even. I sound like a pilot sometimes when I say towards the front. Towards the bow if you're a nautical fella, and towards the east if you're a pilot. Yeah, nice day here. Looks like we've got a decent old sort of westerly breeze though. We'll try and keep the circuit relatively tight, although we're going to be a little bit high. What we might do is take gear at this point. And at this point, I'm reflecting on a comment shared by a very kind subscriber around head tracking software and hardware and what he's using. I feel like I should break out the old Track IR again, give it another go. There's the strip. We're going to keep it a tidy-righty base, runway 29. Now, I'm thinking about bringing out the old Track IR again, because this switching of views is a little bit clumsy. I've got issues with the old Track IR. It doesn't really work too well for me. Maybe I don't have it set up correctly, or the environment, I think, in which I'm where the simulation PC is situated perhaps doesn't support. Track IR doesn't seem to like it. Maybe the lighting or something like that, the reflection, something like that. It's a little bit high. 29 at Harvey Bay. What do locals call it? They call it the Harve or what? The Bay? I don't remember. I don't remember a lot of things. But I try, folks, don't I? Do I get points for trying? This is a very ordinary circuit, technically flawed, but so am I. Oh, hello. We're getting a little bit sheery. We're definitely high, runway 29. Have we got any more flaps to come? Probably not. It's a bit of a steep turn on the final. She feels a bit floppy in the hand, and I'm talking about the stick, Jude. Hey, we've kept decorum all the way down. Probably because of your silence. That's helped me to maintain a bit of professionalism, or the illusion of same. We've got a bit of a crosswind here, eh? Runway 29 to the bay. Let's see how we go here, folks. Can we plan it with some decorum? We'll go idle. We're going to float him out. Well, geez, we're not doing a particularly good job of this. Well, we've kept it on the strip. We're going to slip slide it. Holy crap! That crosswind was stronger than I thought it would be. We'll make an exit stage right here. That was very sloppy. Very sloppy. I'm really struggling with the old... a taxiway to nowhere. Jude? Ah, bugger it. I could have sworn that taxiway was back towards the terminal. Oh, that's very, very sloppy. See, what's happened there, I was landed long. Much longer than I'm used to. I'm used to getting off at the taxiway over here. Anyway, we've got an islander in town. Which view? That's where I need the Track IR. Here we go. We'll pull up in front of the terminal. That terminal building's pretty well modelled, isn't it? It's very nice indeed. Alright, pull in here. Now what we'll do is when we hit the brakes, like here, we've got the little FSEconomy thing done. The flight is logged and the results can be found. Your aircraft is no longer rented. So, enabling this aircraft to be rented by others. As I mentioned earlier in the video, if you want to join the Southern Suns group, you'll get 100% of the pilot fee. Hey, fill your boots, folks. Thanks for your company in another video. And Jude and I will see you sometime in the future. Bye for now.